Have you ever thought of modeling a katana in Blender? Is it hard? Don't worry, I have brought you a tutorial about modeling a katana. So let's get started.
First we will add a reference image so that we can model the katana according to it. For this press Shift A and select Image, then Reference, and select the image that you have downloaded. Now go to Image Properties and bring its opacity down and place it above the cursor. Now scale the image down to the size of the katana you want to make. Again go to Image Properties and make its opacity high. Now drag the image away from the cursor on X-axis by pressing GX, now name this group Reference. Add another group by pressing right-click on the mouse and name it Katana. We will model the katana in 3 parts. First we will model the blade, second handle and third scabbard. So let's model the blade. For modeling the blade we will add a plane to the viewport by pressing Shift A, rotate this plane on Y-axis about 90 degrees so that it faces towards you. Now scale the blade down by pressing S so that it matches the size of the reference image. Now move the vertices of the plane according to the reference image so that they resemble the blade. For modeling a 3D model you have to remember the basic modeling short keys, like G for moving something in the viewport, S is for scaling objects in the viewport, R is for rotating something in the viewport, E is for extruding faces, vertices and edges from a model, and so on. If you want to be good at modeling something, then I advise that you practice modeling even if you fail. Practice is the key to perfection and failure is its path. Now when you get a nice looking blade, then it's time to give it some mass. For this extrude the blade on X-axis a little by pressing EX. As the blade of a sword or katana is very thin, so we have to make it thin as well. Now add a loop cut at the middle of the blade by pressing Ctrl R and drag the loop a little upward. Also add another loop cut at the tip of the blade by pressing Ctrl R and drags it toward the blade. Arrange these edges at the tip of the blade so we have a nice looking blade tip. Now select the edges one by one and merge them at the middle edge by pressing M. Do this for the both sides of the blade. We merge them so that we can add a nice looking edge that runs above the blade to give it sharpness. Now select these edges in X-ray mode one by one to make the blade sharp. Now go to Y-axis by clicking on Y in axis region and scale the blade down so that it look like a sharp blade. We will scale the blade down by pressing SX. So part 1 is complete and we have our Now select the blade, add a subdivision modifier to it and shade it smooth. Now go to edit mode and add loop cuts to the blade to make it look sharp. If you want to learn how to solve different topology problems, then check out the link in the description.